Well, here we are. 2 games in, 6 points. It's not everyone's cup of tea. And Cardiff start for the first time under Blackberry Messenger, so we'll dive deeper into that. But yeah, overall, I think it's been a positive weekend. So Morg, play the intro.
Hello ladies and gents, and welcome back to the footballpodcast, episode 3 of season 5. My name is Fennan, and tonight I have two wonderful gentlemen with me in the form of Mayhem. How you doing, mate?
I'm good, mate, I'm good.
Good spirits, I can imagine, after Sunday's result?
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, if you've notched up 6 points after 2 games, you can't be too spoilt overall. But yeah, we'll dig into it because I don't really think we were tested.
No, we'll get on to that very shortly. And welcome back, Gondor. How are you doing, sunshine?
Yeah, I'm alright, man, I'm alright.
Yeah, you seem beaming at the moment. Yeah, that's well. Well, as you said before we went live, Mayhem, it didn't last in terms of the mood. I mean, last week was fantastic. It was brilliant. It was all sunshine and rainbows. And then Thursday evening came along and... I mean, you seem a little bit... I don't know what the word is, but like you did come away with 3 points from Pittodrie. And you scored 2 goals instead of 1. A debut goal, not a debut goal, his first goal for Ben Negrin, set up by yours truly, Kieran Tierney. Followed up with a fabulous strike, I must say, by Rio Hatate. But I don't know, again, seemed to stutter a little bit.
Yeah, I think... I don't know. I don't know. More and more, am I falling into the spoilt camp? Because here we are, 2 games in, 6 points. Only off the top of the table via goal difference. We've had 2 clean sheets, and we've seen across the other side of the city that we can't take that for granted. With Falkirk in the cup here on Friday, you would hope that would be a chance to rotate the squad, not too much, because obviously Falkirk are up in the Premiership now and strengthen their squad. But hopefully that's a chance to rotate and see a few players that have been on the bench on the periphery get some game time and really stake a claim and maybe up the competition for places. And then obviously we're into these qualifiers who, even though Slatin Bratislava are 1-0 down, you would expect them to come through in the second leg, and that's who we will face, you would imagine. And then obviously we kick off there, and then we go into Livingston because we're not postponing our game. They are. So in a perfect world, we're going into 3 home games now. We could be in the next round of the cup. We could be heading to Ibrox 7 points clear, albeit with them a game in hand, and we could have dispatched of Bratislava in the first round of the playoffs and be looking nailed on to be in the Champions League phase. That's the height of optimism. The other side of it is we're going away to Pittodrie. That's historically been a tough place to go. I don't think it is all that much anymore. I think our record speaks for itself there. I think we're unbeaten in like 17 games up there now. I think to keep saying it's a difficult place to go just is a bit redundant, especially when you see the performance that Aberdeen put in. It was pretty pathetic, to be honest. We're turning up. Has the team been elevated in any way since they beat us in the Scottish Cup? Left back, yes. Everywhere else is either the same, or I think you can argue has dipped or is at the same level. Benjamin Negrin had a good game, but is he all that much better than what we had there in terms of Arnie Engels? I don't know. It's obviously early on, but it doesn't look like he's a massive upgrade, if anything, on him. So obviously he bags and he gets the assist, so he's had a good game there. But I think on paper, you look at the team, not much has changed. There's no improvements. You've just beaten us a few months ago. You know, one of the best days in your recent history, and they just did fuck all. Post 8 minutes, they did nothing. And even before that, you know, they had a shot from outside the box that, you know, Schmeichel sees all the way and puts behind for a corner.
It was initially handball as well when you got dispossessed as well.
Well, you know, that's what I mean. Aberdeen's best player was John Beaton, which is absolutely. You couldn't write it, could you? You know, when you this supercomputer that pumps out the fixtures, St Mirren, who pelled us on the last day, and a real regimented team under Stephen Robinson, and then the team that beat us in the Scottish Cup. You know, we're going again away historically to one of the hardest venues. Strange that, but yeah, we come through it without really, you know. I think Sky said that we were in second gear. I think for most of the game we were parked and watching the game drift by, to be honest, because we were just never threatened. It didn't look like they could hurt us. It didn't look like they had any patterns of play that were going to distort us. You know, Liam Scales and Cameron Garvickers looked comfortable defensively. Scales looked horrific with the ball, but that's a different thing in terms of defensively. He was grand. Tierney played really well for what we got out of him. By all reports, he was being sick at half time, and we can't take him off because we don't have any kind of backup left back. We have to force Scales over there. So he came out and played for another 15 minutes before eventually we brought on Austin Trusty. And again, comfortable, had fuck all to do. But yeah, nice to see, you know, Tierney whip the ball in and Benjamin Negrin get off the mark, takes it really well. You know, the ball's kind of coming in from the left and it just bounces where it gets 2 foot. He controls it really well. Controls another one about 2 minutes later really poorly on his right side and balloons it fucking into the rose end of the stand. And then we're comfortable. And then, the second goal, you know, Rio takes it. It's a magical finish, fantastic finish, and just kind of rubber stamped what we were thinking. We're in control here. You know, we're going to breeze this game. This is pretty comfortable. And I think if you'd spoke to any Celtic fan before the match, we were worried about going to Pittodrie. Maybe a little less worried after Monday night, and we'd seen how toothless they were at Tynecastle. But there was a worry in the fact that, again, you know, we're not where we would want to be as fans with the squad. I don't think Brendan is where he wants the squad to be. Seems the only people that think the squad is acceptable is those tight bastards that ultimately allocate the money. Go figure. So yeah, there was a worry, but ultimately that's what champions do. We've gone up there again. Yeah, not really got out of second gear. If even that, we're maybe being kind at that, and we've strolled to a really comfortable 2-0. I don't think that's taken much out of the legs at all. Aberdeen having to work really, really hard out of possession, and that probably transpired a lot to why all their attacks seem to be disjointed and just off. And you know, all they've really got is fucking Nelson, that hatchet man that was just kicking the fuck out of our players. Graham Shinney just booting us to fuck, and eventually John Beaton gets to booking them. But you know, they get 60 minutes of kicking our players however they fucking want before he gets involved. And yeah, so we're really professional. Look, you know, anytime that John Beaton's in the middle, you can't give him any chance to get involved, or he will, you know, to disadvantage us. And we didn't give him anything. There was no decision, no dodgy penalty that he could have provided. Like you said, we had an Aberdeen player playing fucking basketball to launch their best attack.
I've never seen one so obvious, right in front of him as well.
He's 3 yards away.
Yeah,
unbelievable. But yeah, hopefully, as of today, not much noise in terms of, you know, going out and delivering on what Brendan wants in terms of players in. But hopefully that can start to ramp up, and you know, we hear this bullshit about, you know, if we get into the Champions League, that changes the players. We can go, this kind of carry on pish. It's just a load of bollocks. So yeah, hopefully we can go out and identify some players and get him in to bolster the squad and back up. I mean, James Forrest is starting for us. Albeit, I love James Forrest, most decorated player. You know, he had a lovely moment at the end of last season where he obviously scored the equaliser against St Mirren and keeps that consecutive streak going. They should not be starting. And, he has to start because Yang should be nowhere near the football club. So
Nowhere
that's
near
it.
the sport.
We're a Maeda injury away from having to play fucking Yang on the left and James Forrest on the right. Like, it's criminal. Like, Adam Eder again, I want him to do so well. I really do. I still have real emotions for the Scottish Cup goal and what he delivered at the back end of not last season, the season before. Those emotions still really linger there. He scored 20 goals last season, but when you look back on that, how many of them were impactful goals? And yeah, he was poor at Pittodrie, so desperate. I think we desperately need a proper centre forward to come and lead the line.
It's just a really thin squad you have at the moment. I mean,
Well,
based
there's
on
certain places we're strong. Obviously, that Jota's out injured is a real severe injury, so that would be someone else that would be competing for places on the wing. We need another left back to back up Kieran. We need that because he's not going to be able to play the minutes. Right back with fine. We've got obviously Jamal Simpson, Pussy, JSP. So we don't have to.
yeah, that was
We
the
don't have
most
to.
recent name announced. Yeah,
We don't have to stumble over his name. He wasn't in the squad. I think he's still getting up to match fitness. So maybe he comes in and he improves us massively. And at that point, okay, put a pin in centre back. We're happy with that. Goalkeeper obviously is fine. And I think in midfield we're fine. So those forward areas, the wingers, like right, we need a right winger. Just absolutely unequivocally, we need a right winger and we need a striker. So we need backup left back. We need a striker. We need a winger, and those two are starters. We need a starting striker. We need a starting right winger, and someone to come in and allow us to take KT off and manage his minutes so that he doesn't self-destruct. So that's what that's what we need, and we need to stop penny pinching and fucking about and go and buy the players that have been identified and get them in because with the qualifiers coming up and with a real chance here, we have a chance. They've postponed their next league game will be against us. So we have a chance to go to Ibrox and win, and by the end of August be 10 points clear. That's it.
yep.
Pack Russell Martin's bags and send him down the fucking road and get Barry Ferguson back. That's what'll be happening. That'll be the chance from the fucking stands.
Oh my
For
word!
10 points clear come the end of August. The transfer window will close and Russell Martin will have fucking left after buying all these fucking players, Ant-Man and Batman and some other shit Avenger that he's fucking picked out of the transfer market. And he'll be sent down the fucking road packing because you're 10 points behind at the end of August. The Brown Brogues Brigade will not stand for it. Right. They will not fucking stand for it.
No, the Grizzly Bears won't have it.
Yeah, so with a massive opportunity, I don't know. Obviously, there's talk about Brendan's contract. Obviously, finishes at the end of this season. I don't know how much is playing into that. Maybe there is something there that the club doesn't want to back Brendan because they're not sure he's going to be here and all that kind of crap. I don't know, but we just need to get it together.
But doesn't that just sabotage the actual playing squad though in itself? Like obviously, if you're going to have your doubts about Brendan Rodgers, he's clearly going to have doubts about him wanting to take that next step up. Hypothetically to go back and prove himself at a Premier League club. But at the same time, if you don't back him to succeed, like surely you got to put the club before anything else.
Well, that's what logic dictates, doesn't it? I've heard multiple people say that the ambition, the sole aim should be to make Celtic the best football club it can afford to be, sustainably afford to be. Irrespective of who's in charge, whether it's Neil Lennon, whether it's Andrew Postecoglou, whether it's Ronnie Dyler, whether it's Brendan Rodgers, irrespective of who it is, there should be, and this is why when you need a strong recruitment structure. So they say, right, this is the type of football we want to play. These are our targets, and they go and identify. Stop shopping, right, in the fucking bargain basement Asian aisle, right, of the transfer market. Shin Yamada, right? Brendan Rodgers is saying we need someone to come in and compete against Adamida. So he doesn't even see Shin Yamada as a fucking option to
That
compete.
speaks volumes as well.
I think Inamura, the left back, I may pronounce that wrong, but again, he's not even in the squad. We're having to bring Kieran Tierney off at 60 minutes. This guy can't even get on the squad. We're pushing Liam Scales out to left back. So, look, we have burnt through that market, and anyone else that's in that market, right, that we haven't got yet, we probably can't afford. There maybe is another Matomo over there, but guess what? He'll go to fucking Brighton. He won't come to us, right? So in terms of where we're shopping, the Kyogos, the Hatatis, the Maeda, it's dumb. Right? It's dumb.
Yeah.
Right?
Any realistic name that comes up that could be a formidable purchase. I mean, I think didn't Tottenham sign a defender from that market as well?
Potentially, mate. I haven't seen,
Takai,
but
I think it was. I saw they brought from there.
But that's what I mean. Like, ultimately, if there's anyone else, right, they're probably, if we haven't gone in for them, they're probably outside of what we deem acceptable to pay. Ange Postecoglou come in, opened our eyes to that market, but we're done with it. It speaks volumes about Peter Laurel that our then fallback is to go to the City Group and beg for a player on loan, because we haven't seen that before, have we? So we need to start, well, it appears that we can identify players, but then we just don't spend the fucking money. Because obviously, there's the winger, there's the guy from Go Ahead Eagles, where apparently we're being laughed out of the building with the offers that we're trying to put in.
Pennies,
So we can identify players.
It's pennies.
Just fucking go in. And if that's what they value him at, and you decide he will improve the squad, and Brendan wants him, if Brendan's happy with that, if he's identified him, Brendan's happy with it, this is his value, then go buy him. Simple.
Yeah.
It is that simple. Well, I'm not in any way simplifying it. It really is that simple. If you get the green light from everyone, ring the club. How much do you value him at? Well, 6.5 million. Like, do we have 6.5 million? Can we afford to pay 6.5 million for this guy that will improve our squad? Yes. Right. Okay. We bid 6.5 million. It's not going to be 6.5 up front anyway, because that's not how transfer fees work. It's going to be like fucking 3 million, and then it's all going to be structured across and all this bullshit. So just fucking pay the money.
It's the football manager way.
Yeah, pay the money and get this fucking done. But again, here we are, 2 games in. We're 4 points clear of the team that we expect to be our closest rival, but obviously Hearts have started well. And we just need to keep rolling. Like I said, the cup comes up, that gives us an opportunity to maybe rotate. I imagine we will see the likes of Ralston, Arnie Engels, Luke McCowan will come in. Probably see Yang. We might see, Sinisalo in goals, or Ross Doohan. And there will be a little bit of rotation to get a few players in and have a look at them in proper game trim. But we can get that done. That's Friday night, and then we can look forward to a big night under the lights, Champions League playoff, and then all of a sudden with a Glasgow derby on top of us, it isn't that far away. So we've got to prioritise our business and make sure we're as strong as we possibly can come the playoffs, and obviously the derby as well is massive.
Yeah, and the results are the sole reason that's pretty much kept chins up like yourself, but it just feels like, in terms of any transfer dealings, like everything feels like wishful thinking at this point, and which is shit, and makes us feel, pathetic as fans, really, thinking, don't worry, Brendan will get business done at some point during this window, and it just gets to the point where we're slowly approaching the end of the window, and not much is done at all. And if there has been business done, it's not been good enough.
We've been here before, man.
Yeah.
This is the problem. It's the same shit over and over again. Sorry, we don't go straight from the qualified to Rangers. There's Livingston in between that as well.
Okay.
But with 3 home games in a row.
Midweek game then against Livingston.
No, I think it's just a normal game.
Okay.
I think, but ultimately, we've got those games to capitalise on. But we've been down this road before, and yes, look, some of the signings, I think, we signed Rio Hatate on deadline day, I think, and there's, I think, Cameron Carter-Vickers was a deadline day signing, and so on and so forth. But I mean, we don't want to be fucking about doing this, right? For every couple that go right, there's a fucking shit ton that don't. So let's get out there. Let's try and get these deals done. Let's also understand what the fuck's going on with Arnie Engels, because if that guy isn't in your plan, right, then it might be time to move him on and recoup some of that.
Yeah.
But if Benjamin Igren has come in and he is a better player and he suits your system better, and this guy is just going to be a batter, fuck that. Right? If we can get 8 million for him, then get 8 million for him.
Yeah.
Right? Take the loss. Right? Because Luke McCarwan can come on and do a job. We can go and invest again. I don't think Nigel has a massive step up on him, so I've absolutely no problem with Nigel. And then we go and spend whatever 7 million on someone, and he drops back, or okay, he's going to start. We go and sign someone that's young and cheapish, maybe Miller from Motherwell. Again, it's going to be pricey, but then the bulk of that goes into funding the striker that we desperately need, or the winger that we desperately need, and we do it that way. I don't know, but you can't have, as Celtic Football Club, we can't have an £11 million player sitting on the bench. It can't happen.
No,
it's not a good look.
No, it really isn't. And like I said, we can only hope that some constructive business is done in the remainder of the time that there is in the window. But yeah, I think the only thing we can really be happy about is that there's 2 wins from 2, 4-point gap open already over Rangers, and long may that continue. And I hope Brendan can use the term hopefully loosely, but get some further faces in the window.
Yeah, well, if this window's a failure, then I'm sorry, but there needs to be some sackings at a senior level at Celtic.
Yeah.
Nicholson, he needs booted. Like, the recruitment team again needs looked at. Like, they have to be, their heads have to be on the chopping board if they get this wrong.
Yeah.
End of story. With the way the league's moving, who knows how many Champions League campaigns we'll actually get. We need to maximise every single one.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can't do that, then fucking bin them.
Bin the fucking lot. And Brendan won't stick around either.
No, I think this is his last season.
Regardless?
Yeah. I think he'll come to the end of this. He's sick of battling with the board, trying to convince them to go and do deals, all this penny pinching. He's come back, he's seen out his contract. I've seen a lot of people say that, Celtic aren't playing incredible football either at the moment, which I think is fair. But yeah, look, he's trying to play he's hampered, and he's trying to play this style, and he's got Liam Scales at the back and Yang on the wing, and 34-year-old James Forrest to go and play explosive pressing football. So
and it's not very explosive, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be any appetite for Brendan to sign it again, and I think the board are probably getting more and more pissed off with him coming in saying, look, I need you to spend, because we know how tight they are.
Yeah. No, that's it, man. That's it. Well, I guess we can move on over down south. This will probably take a grand total of 2 minutes, because not a lot happened last Thursday night at Vale Park, and the scoreline spoke for itself. And I must say, I don't know if you caught any of the action, Joel, or you, Gondor, but very fortunate to come away with a point, I must say. We lost every aerial battle, out-muscled. Like, Port Vale made it so difficult for us. Like, they made the pitch so narrow, and especially where we've got so many young players who come into the side who impressed against Peterborough, and you've got to give them a bit of leeway because they obviously are still raw, making the next step up in terms of first team football. But there's no excuse with the senior players like Callum Chambers coming in. Don't know what that guy is warranted to start, to earn captaincy, probably just due to him being experienced. He may be great in the dressing room, but we complained so much about him as a centre back last season of how incompetent he was. When we moved him into midfield, he was fairly decent, yet with the ball at his feet, but it's something that he just can't get away with in a back line. He just can't do it. Willock, again, highly ineffective. Ollie Tanner was like a fucking toddler playing FIFA who don't know how to let go of the X button. Square button if you're PlayStation users. I've never seen so many overhit crosses in my life. It was fucking dire to watch. Felt bad for Salek because he just got absolutely no service at all. Almost got his head kicked off as well in the first 5 minutes. And so we just lack so much confidence going forward. I think when we're on the ball, like, we can keep possession quite well, but then when it gets to the final third and trying to supply the likes of Salek, like, it just seems so we seem so timid to take any risks, and we're looking to really play a patient build up and find an overlap from Rubin, or if it's Ashford who comes on, or Willock or Tanner, whoever. And it just, Port Vale just completely shut us out on that, and there was multiple times where it completely backfired on us. They hit the bar in the second half, which was ruled out for offside, even though he was miles onside, and they easily could have snatched 3 points from us. And so, it just goes to show this league is nothing to mess with, and obviously having all these young players coming in who are still raw, like I said, it's gonna take some adjusting for them. And again, it's good to give them a bit of leeway, and for them, give them a bit of patience. But this is where the senior players need to step up and really lead by example, and there was none of that on Thursday. So, but
you definitely have to give them a bit of time, though, because as you said, there's a lot of young players coming in, and the system that they're playing is not the system that they're used to.
No.
Like, when we watched a game 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago on Saturday, we said the same thing there. They were very timid going forward. Like, they kept possession well, but they weren't pressing properly, and going forward, they were not as aggressive as they should have been.
Yeah.
But give it time, because towards the end of the Peterborough game, they started to find the rhythm of the game. Now, obviously, towards the end of the Peterborough game, they were winning, so they had a bit more confidence in that game. But give it a couple of weeks, and I see Cardiff really pushing and making a name in this season, in this league again.
Yeah, I'd like to think so.
Away from home, you're going to, what they've experienced on Thursday night, you're going to get that everywhere you go away from home, barring a few. Not many teams are going to make the pitch big. Not many teams are going to be expansive. Cardiff have, recent history been in the Premiership, and obviously spent a long time in the Championship. So it's a big deal for the likes of Cardiff going to Vale Park. It's a big deal. So they're going to be up for it. I think they're going to probably utilise the inexperience and potentially the physicality sort of advantage that a lot of teams will have in this division compared to Cardiff, and no doubt they'll look at the Port Vale game and go, right, if we get in their faces and we get really stuck into them, we can intimidate them a bit, and we can bully them. So it's going to be something that I'm sure Brian Barry Murphy will look at and make it very clear that someone like Eli King's you've got to be braver, you've got to stand up to that. Ruben, you've got to come to the ball, you've got to put it in. The wingers, you've got to be more direct. You can't just look to, and you're going to get hit. You're going to get hit. But as a team, if anyone gets hit and anyone gets jumped on, you come together. You be really strong together. You defend everyone, and that comes with playing games and learning, and ultimately, 4 points from the first two isn't a disaster. Could be worse. Could be Plymouth absolutely
Yeah,
spanked at
yeah,
Bolton
no,
again.
very true, very true.
So yeah, and you will get games. I mean, Plymouth coming up. I think they go to the Cardiff City Stadium pretty soon.
Yeah,
So that'll
they do,
be.
yeah.
I would imagine they'll try and attack. You've got the teams like Huddersfield and Barnsley that are big teams in that division that I imagine again will attack. But you have the smaller teams like the Port Vales, like the Blackpools, that will probably be happy to just be a little bit more physical, make it narrow, make it a real ugly game, and that's the blueprint. And until if you can go away to a few places and hammer a few teams, so I don't know, maybe you go away to trying to think of Leighton Orient, although they did really well, but
There
just for this
be someone
example,
like
we'll say,
Mansfield or something.
yeah, you go away there, right? You thump them 4-0. That, and they try and be physical and they try and put the foot in, and that'll put teams on edge. Oh, okay, and then maybe they go into the low block. They allow you to have the ball, and then all of a sudden, it's a different problem you have to solve. But you get the ball, you can build up, you can integrate these patterns of play. But sometimes you've just got to kind of go through the rough to get to the smooth, and
Yeah,
all
absolutely.
you really need is a couple of damaging away performances for teams to kind of go, well, actually, if we do that and they pick us off, and then they slightly adjust, and it becomes slightly easier to control the game, to dictate the game, and your more creative players can get on the ball and make it happen. But yeah, I think 4 points is okay.
I'm
Still
happy with
unbeaten.
it, yeah. I'm very happy with it.
I just think there's obviously a drop off in it when you play so well on the opening day. Expectation and hope goes through the roof. But I think there was enough in the Peterborough game. I didn't see any of the Port Vale game. There was enough in the Peterborough game to say that anyone that comes to the Cardiff City Stadium, is going to have a tough game, and
Yeah.
that should be the basis.
Yeah, it
And
should be, yeah, absolutely.
let's make a home stadium a fortress, and then go on the road. And you don't know, maybe Brian Barry Murphy tweaked a few things because he wanted to be a little bit different because he was on the road. Who knows?
Yeah.
But
Well, there was one tweak he made, like that was a standout tweak, and that was our new keeper Nathan Trott coming in for Matthew Turner, and I felt he was a little bit hard done by, but it is what it is. But I thought Nathan Trott had a comfortable game. He seemed to be very solid and solid between the sticks. Was good with his feet. Got his body behind the ball every time. I think he had a really good debut. I can't wait for Alex Robertson to come back, and hopefully we can keep hold of him at the same time. But I just don't know how long it's going to get to the point where I start absolutely cussing out Ryan Winter on this platform, because I thought he was one of the main poor senior players that night, who again just tries to do too much in a position where, and again, like in League One, you won't get away with it. Like you just get closed down, you get caught on the press, on the break, and you'll get punished. And so, yeah, like I said, early days, 4 points, not complaining in the slightest. I still hope we can bring in a few new faces, but we've still got a lot to look forward to. Swindon in the Cup tomorrow night. We then go to a familiar ground on Saturday, where if it rains a little bit, it'll probably get called off. Rotherham. They're back. So, but no, I think the general consensus was we could have easily lost that game, and I think if it was us this season, we would have gone and lost that game. And the fact that we came away with a point really sort of showed a good display of character, at the very least. And so, yeah, it's not all doom and gloom. But I mean, of course, after the Posh game, we were still hoping for a further push, as we expected. But it's going to be a work in progress at the same time. So, long may it continue. Let's put our faith in this project and see where we go with it.
100%.
Yeah. Was there anything you wanted to add at all, Gondor?
No, I missed that game. I didn't get to watch that game.
Lucky you.
I was unfortunately at Robbie Williams, so
As you do, yeah, just has to chuck that in. Yeah, good night.
yeah, not bad. No. I mean, it's a fun fact though, isn't it? Because Robbie Williams is a Port Vale fan,
He is, yeah. No,
so
that's
it's relevant.
what, yeah, I like that. Yeah, completely right.
Fuck that guy.
Could have done with him at the half-time show.
Yeah, I would have been able to see the game that way.
Yeah.
Should have had it on in the background and the
Yeah,
screens.
we could have let him entertain us. No, Mayhem's not happy with that. All right, let's move on over because the championship season kicked off, and yeah, I was going to say, and there was one game that
Kyogo was robbed.
Kyogo was robbed indeed. I'd tell you who else was almost. Well, they weren't quite robbed, and we spoke about it on the Saturday, but the premiere of the championship season was taken to the stage by Southampton and Wrexham, otherwise known as Disney FC. Wrexham took the lead initially from the spot from a familiar face that we don't really like to give too much airtime to, and we knew he was going to score. We absolutely knew it. We were just missing Kiefer to hit the fucking back of the net as well, and it would have been a perfect fucking weekend for them. But thankfully, Southampton managed to claw 2 goals back in the final few minutes of added time.
You're getting proper choked up about that, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, that's how it gets me, man. But great start for Southampton, Wrexham. I think they've met their match in this league. I really think. Yeah, I think we said it as well, Mayhem, that this is going to be a tough campaign for them to get out of.
I do. I watched. I think I watched the full first half, and they look decent. To be fair, you know, they've made some really good signings. But Josh Windass is obviously, he's an acquired taste for, you know, the other clubs he's been at, but he's definitely a decent Championship player. Kiefer Moore, obviously up front with Ryan Hardy as well. I don't know if he was on the bench or if he's injured.
He was on the bench.
Joey O'Brien, who was really, really good. Connor Cody, great experience within the team. I think they'll be okay. I think they'll be mid-table, and I think that's absolutely fine for them. I think they've gone up so many levels. I think they just need, and Wrexham fans will disagree because that's football, but I think what they need is a couple of seasons to just stagnate and grow organically. You know, again, make the stadium bigger. You know, get the gate receipts up, get yourselves in a position that when you go up, you don't have to start begging Swansea or Cardiff to use their ground because you're not eligible to play your games in Wrexham. So I think they'll be fine, and I think a couple of seasons in the Championship, I think their fans will be fine. You know, the highest they've been for a very long time in terms of the domestic level. And look, Southampton will be one of the early favourites to be at the top. And yeah, I was happy that Southampton won because you know I like Will Steele, like the kind of ethos and story around him. Although he has kind of come out and said that whole FM stuff was a bit bullshit. He just kind of lent into it because it made him slightly different. But you know, I think I've been wondering how he's going to come into the sort of English football pyramid in terms of management. Obviously, grown up through, he's kind of earned his stripes in France, and he's got a big chance with a very big football team in terms of Championship standard to kind of hit the ground. So yeah, I think it was good. I think Wrexham will be fine. Season 5 or whatever it is, will be a bit dead because I just think they'll hover around that sort of 12th to 15th mark, and that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, I think you're right, especially with the signings that they've made and the way they're looking at the moment. As you said, they've got a lot of experience, but I don't feel like they've got anyone that's going to be pushing for that top few spots of the division.
No star-studded individuals they brought in, but they've spent very wisely in terms of like experience in the division.
Yeah, they'll settle where they are, and they'll be happy. And a couple of seasons' time, they'll do another series, get a big bunch more money, and then go for another storm through.
Yeah, look, I just think as much as it's funny to crank on, about the Hollywood pish that surrounds them, those boys have gone in there and done fantastic things for Wrexham.
Yeah.
And what they're supported by, which you see through the series, right, is they are supported by really, really smart football people at that football club, right? So they've gone in there, and I think their director of football was like the ex-director of football for Inter Milan. Like that's the level that you're dealing with here. So there's some, extraordinarily competent football people at the club, and that's probably what they've said. Look, there's no way we can get promoted. Look at the money that Birmingham have spent. Right, they haven't spent anywhere near that. I don't think, off the top of my head, I don't think.
They'll be up there though, that's for sure.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know their overall expenditure, but I mean, I think Birmingham are they're going and signing Kyogo. They're signing players from Ligue 1. I mean, Kyogo's an ex-Champions League striker with the absolute greatest love to Kiefer Moore. He's not an ex-Champions League striker. So Birmingham are fucking piling it on. Like fucking Damari Gray's playing for Birmingham. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a bit different. You're fucking 15 million for Jay Stansfield last season. Shit's a bit crazy.
League One, that was fucking wild as well.
But yeah, I think they've spent well. They've brought in some strong characters, and I think they'll be grand. And I think Birmingham, they were robbed as well. Kyogo was robbed of a goal, soft penalty that gets Ipswich out of jail. I think they look strong, and I just think the Championship is yet again going to be one of these divisions that you just can't call, and it's going to make the bookies a hell of a lot of money.
Absolutely. And another team as well, obviously, that went up last season through the playoffs was Nathan Jones's Charlton, who got off to a winning start with a late winner. How do we see them coping in the Championship? Of course, Nathan Jones did fantastic work with Luton previously in the division. Do we see something very resemblant of it, or would it be a bit more of an uphill task with Charlton?
I don't know. I haven't seen any business that they've done whatsoever. We know Nathan Jones is extremely competent at this level. Like you said, the job that he's done with Luton Town. So I think he knows how to navigate it, and they've started at home with a 1-0 win. They've kept a clean sheet against a Watford team, and every year with Watford, you kind of go, can they? So
I feel like we kind of backed them a little bit as well prior.
No, you kind of go, can they? And then they play 10 games, and you go, no, they can't. But yeah, it wasn't an easy start. And in clean sheet, they've got the win, and they've started in the best way. They have a great manager, and the size of the football club it's a top level Championship club in terms of size.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the crowds will be up because it's the first time they're back in the Championship for a little while. So, and the place can get rocking. It can really get behind the team, and the feel good factor will be flying down there. So, I think without seeing what business they've done, I would guess they would struggle more so than Wrexham, more so than Birmingham. I think they would be the most likely of the promoted teams to get drawn into a relegation battle. But I could be talking shit because I may look at their transfers and I go, actually, he's a good player. But I think they're probably the most likely to be down the bottom come the end of the season.
Yeah. I'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it was an interesting opening day. You did mention the Community Shield as well between Palace and Liverpool. I didn't catch any of it. I just know Palace won on penalties. Gondor looks disappointed, shaking his head there.
I didn't watch any of it.
Didn't watch it either, no.
I see Ekatike's goal.
He scored.
Obviously, he did. Yeah. Florian Wirtz looked decent in the first half, but I thought Palace looked really, really good in the second half. Obviously, they've had their appeal thrown out.
That's a load of
So
bollocks. That's
yeah,
ridiculous.
I think Nottingham Forest. Maybe I'm wrong, right? But I think Nottingham Forest fans underestimate the kind of reception that they may get going to every other ground now. The fact that Brighton, who are Palace's biggest rivals, chose not to go in and do this shit, and Nottingham Forest have done it so that they can play in the Europa League instead of the Conference League. If it's the Champions League, I think it's all fair game, right? I think it's absolutely fair fucking game. But to do it to just get into the Europa League, it's not Palace's fault, right, that you're in the Conference League. You shit the bed, Forest.
Yeah.
Right? Palace went and won the FA Cup, right? They earned that. You could easily have been in the Champions League when it had to have this competition. You shat the bed and fucking drew at home with Leicester and had your owner on the field nearly beating the fuck out of your manager, and then he's absolutely kidnapped Gibbs White, held him hostage and made him sign a new contract.
Well, he's probably all behind this whole bloody thing, isn't
apparently it is. And you're getting I was listening to the overlap, and you're getting that Forest fan saying rules are rules. Shut your mouth, mate. Rules are rules. As if you fucking knew.
Rules. Do you know what the rules
As
are?
As if you knew what the rules were. Like every fucking Forest fan all of a sudden has become a fucking university graduate in UEFA rulings now. Fucking ridiculous. But yeah, look, UEFA have shown their true colours, because if that was everyone said it, so that was a big team. There's no way they do that.
If that's Liverpool or City, it wouldn't happen.
No way. No fucking way. So they've shown their true colours. They've decided to pick on Palace. It's just ridiculous.
Horrendous.
And I hope that Forest get pumped in the league phase and dumped out and go nowhere.
Yeah, be like Ty from AFTV, and I hope they get relegated. Forest, you are cheats. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a shit outcome, and yeah, they had every right to appeal it. They shouldn't have been in that situation in the first place. And
I did see, obviously, just completely moving on from that because it's an absolute shambles. I saw the Sheffield Wednesday protest away at Leicester. Like they all come into the ground late.
Oh yeah, and the Leicester fans applauded them. Yeah.
Yeah, which I thought was good, and then they got beat as well late on. Leicester ended up winning the game 2-1. Barry Bannon sent off for just the shittest 2 yellow cards you've ever seen in your life.
Again, just horrendous officiating.
Yeah, like where is he meant to go? Like, maybe the first one's to send whatever, but the second one, where the fuck is he meant to go? There's no foul play, right? It's a free kick and we move on. There's absolutely no need to book him.
It's a follow through that he can't control.
Yeah.
The body movement, he can't rotate within that split
stupidity.
Second. Yeah, it's not a second yellow. Like, okay,
another ref that doesn't understand the game.
Yeah, makes it all about themselves, wankers. But yeah. I don't know. Like I said, interesting opening weekend, wasn't it? Right, moving on. Gondor has a new segment for us. He's invented a game that has not been played before on any other platform. What are we playing, Gondor?
I mean, at least give credit where credit's due.
No.
This comes from Joel.
That's true, yeah. No, it was Mayhem's invention, yeah.
It's not my invention. I'm not being sued for anything. It is Generation Football's invention. All credit to them.
What's Generation Football?
It's a YouTube channel. Go check them out. They're very good.
Finn will link them in the description.
Yeah, I'm sure they need it. You know, the 5,500 subscribers had Tom Garrett on as well.
Yeah, compared to our fucking 42, they could plug our scrummy river.
I'm sure they need it. But anyway, yeah, they are the inventors, and as you can see, now I'm sure you've guessed, it's football darts.
Yep.
Do I need to zoom in a bit? Would that be better? Hey.
Yeah. So there we go.
Here we go.
You can go a little bit closer as well, I think. That's perfect.
So wait, how are we doing it? Are we just doing it like winner stays on, right?
So no, it'll be me versus you.
Yep.
Right, so best of 3 legs. Obviously, one of us will win 2-1, and then next week, whoever loses will come up with the categories.
Right. Okay. All right.
But basically, Stuart will give us a category, and then we'll have to name players that fit into that category. Obviously, with the highest score being 180, and if fastest down to 0 and the closest to 0 obviously wins the leg.
Okay. All right. Let's do it.
So I was given, 20 minutes, half hour to prepare this. I went through it and I created this long list of documents and immediately decided I did not trust my list. So I will be Googling each and every player as you announce it. Because,
well, I imagine that'd be the case because we'll come out with some randy names, that's for sure.
Well, no, see, the thing is the Cardiff list I had. We're starting with Cardiff anyway, so that's not much of a spoiler. I was pretty sure was accurate. But one of the other lists I had ended on a ridiculous number, and I do not trust it. 100% do not trust it. So,
okay.
But we are doing all-time appearances for clubs.
Right, okay.
All-time appearances means ever appeared for said club. And we are going to begin with Cardiff. So give me players who have appeared for Cardiff.
Well, should we do it? I throw first for Cardiff, and then I imagine what will happen is the next one.
I did set it up for Mayhem to throw first, which is why he's got the blue and green dots.
Right. So, and obviously we don't want to go over 180.
Tell you what, anyone gets 180, bang on, we'll give them the win, because how rare is it going to be that 180 is the exact score?
I can't imagine anyone will get there. So I'm going to start off and say, so all-time appearances for Cardiff, Jay Bothroyd.
Oh, okay, interesting start.
So, it would help if I spelled it right. Jay Bothroyd. Jay Bothroyd has made. Give me.
Come on, off the net.
Jay Bothroyd has made. I need to move that over there because that's in the wrong spot. All right, so he is a valid answer.
No, come on, you got to do like the proper.
No, it doesn't. It just needs to say what the answer is.
146. Like.
Well, it's not quite that high, but it's 116.
That's a great start.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Start. Okay, right. I am
fully using Wikipedia for this, by the way, and I don't care what anyone else says.
I do not blame you.
Until it's ridiculous.
You know what? I'm gonna go over Randy. I'm gonna go Ben Turner.
Ben Turner has made 111.
All right, I'll take that. I'm off a nod.
Oh, did we decide how close to 0 you have to be when you're going down? Or are we just doing go down below 0, but not like by more than 20?
Down below, yeah. And then the closest to 0 takes the leg, I think.
Yeah, we'll do that.
All right.
Oh, shit. I had 2 in my head and I forgot one of them. So I'm going to just go with the one I had in my head then. Craig Noon.
Craig
Noon is N-O-O.
Yeah, I got him. Ooh, that's a good one. 158.
Holy fucking shit. Oh, wait, hang on. ITV on the phone. Oh, God, that's thrown me off who I was going to go for now. Shit. I'm going to go Ross McCormack.
Ross McCormack.
How many seasons was he there? He played.
We played him out wide for a bit, though, so I think he was there for a fair bit.
All right. So, Ross McCormack, a nice solid 74.
Ah, shit. Still on uneven. I'm having that.
Still higher than an average in real darts.
Yeah. I have on him. I have one, but I don't know. I'm a bit worried about how many games he would have played. Fuck it, David Marshall.
Oh, I was thinking of him as well. I think he might be over it.
Yeah, I think he is
I
as
think he
well.
might
But
be over, yeah.
David Marshall, Scottish footballer, 264. So that,
No
I'm afraid, is a
score.
bust.
Right, okay, I'm going to bite the bullet with my one. I'm going to go Mark Hudson.
Mark Hudson.
I think he should be fine.
Mark Hudson, 144.
Oh, we'll have that.
Good
We'll have
score. Great
Wait,
score.
why did that not go
Superb
in?
score.
There we go.
There we go.
Right. Let's just be a little bit more tactical now. We don't want to throw any more off the board. Oh God, you've had such a turnover in players.
Yeah, I know, it's great. Isn't it?
When I created the list, I put it in a table. Each table was about 3 lines long, roughly. It was over 120 pages of players.
Fucking hell, I forgot his name. That doesn't help, does it?
Nope.
And the other one that's popped into my name isn't him, and it won't be any good. So I'm just gonna say it won't be high, but I'll just say Robbie Fowler.
Robbie Fowler.
I think he was only there for like 1 year, wasn't he?
Pretty much.
Robbie Fowler played 13 games.
Yeah.
Oh. Jesus. I'm going to go...
Fennan, you require 172.
There it is. Jesus Christ.
It can't be checked out though, because the highest checkout is 170 in darts.
Yeah, I'm going to go Chris Burke.
Chris Burke.
Chrissy Burke. Highly underrated.
Come on. There we are. Lots of Scottish players. That's a good score. 102.
Oh, mate.
Treble 10 double tops according to this, mate.
I'm going 20 ball here, mate.
I'm going to go Perry NG.
Perry NG.
Oh, Perry's not here. She would have heard that.
Perry NG. Very good score. 175.
Oh my God. Has he really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, mate.
Just think if you'd played this week on Saturday and Thursday, you've been so close to that 180.
I know. Jesus.
All right, Fennan, you require 70.
Again, got to be careful here now.
Just a question.
You know what? I've got one.
Just a question before you go ahead. Are we doing it if Fennan checks out here that he gets the win because you threw first darts?
Yeah.
All right.
No way, I won't go for him.
Try and keep it as close to 70 as you
I'm gonna
can.
go Robert Glatzel.
Robert Glatzel. $51.
Oh, okay, all right.
So require 39.
So we need.
And at this point, it will be going down to closest to 0 by the looks of it.
Couple of seasons. I'm going to go Callum Robinson.
Callum Robinson.
Could be over.
Callum Robinson, 79.
Oh God, it's way over.
So that puts you 40 over. So Fennan, I'm not going to put it in because if I put it in, it will say that.
Yeah.
Or I can do a 0 and then. If
you just need to be.
So you require 19, or for the win you require less than 59.
I'm gonna go Juan Cala.
Juan.
Yeah. So Juan, and then Cala.
There we are. Spanish footballer.
That's him.
Eight.
All right.
But that gives Joel the win then.
Does
Because
it?
I've checked out.
Because he's
Yeah.
checked out.
You needed to go under
You
0.
needed to check out, but with less than 40 over the top.
Wait, so I had to go below 0?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This game's bullshit.
Oh, you're one down on your home leg.
Right. I thought okay, alright, never mind. So I've just got to go over it, regardless of what...
No, it's... If you go over it, like, if we start now, and you are the first to go over, or go under 0, then Joel gets a chance to match it, and then it's whoever's closest to the 0 wins.
Oh!
But if you don't both get
I'll
under
win this
0...
one. Come on, let's go.
Alright, well, that was home game for Fennan, so let's go home game for Joel. All-time appearances in all competitions, based on Wikipedia, for Celtic. Fennan, throw first.
I'm going to go Moussa Dembele.
Moussa Dembele, the Belgian one?
No, the French one. Striker.
Right, Dembele. I can't find him. French footballer. There we are. Got there in the end. For Celtic, he played 55 games.
Fucking cock and balls.
Henrik Larsson. He's in the 170s, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think he is, yeah.
Henrik Larsson, 221.
Oh, it's all time.
It's all competitions.
Oh, I've just looked like such a cock.
Okie dokie. Right, I'm going to go a little bit more...
Fuck this game.
Yeah, shit, ain't it? Yeah.
Who came up with this idea?
I know. Yeah.
This bastards over at whatever it was, football YouTube thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. Ooh, Joe Ledley. He might be over.
Joe Ledley. No, 106.
Take that.
Okay. On the basis of that, then, I'm going to follow it with a fellow Welshman and say Adam Matthews.
I was thinking of him next.
Adam Matthews. 101.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice. That's good.
Gets him off a nod.
Okay.
I love how many of these played for both Celtic and Cardiff as well.
Yeah, there's a few. I might as well say Glenn Louvens then.
Glenn Louvens. Uh, 61.
Alright, okay.
Oh, it's taking its time.
Well, to chuck a few more hamsters on the wheel there, mate.
There we are.
It's the all comps is the one that throws me off here.
I didn't want to go just league games because I felt like you guys would have that in the bag, like
Yeah.
hit after hit after hit.
I'm pretty sure as well, if you'd have gone all league games, if it was just leagues, I'm pretty sure Didier Gat's 180, so I'm proper pissed that you've done all comps.
Didier Gats.
That's not my guess. I don't.
No. I'm just looking him up.
You're just checking, yeah.
How do you spell Didier Gats?
A gaff, A-G...
Oh, gaff.
A-T-H-E.
Gaff.
Yeah.
Yeah, found him.
You'd have to try and find league appearances, though, because I'm sure that's just going to give you all comps.
I can see league appearances. Okay.
Do you find it?
Yep.
I'm going to say Kieran Tierney. It's going to be really close to being over. But he had 3 seasons, was injured quite a bit.
Kieran Tierney. Kieran Tierney for Celtic. 170.
Holy fuck. That's a great score. Days and Maeda.
Maeda.
Yeah. Fucking never misses
I'm
again.
making this smaller.
That's what I said.
Jason Maeda. There we go. For Celtic, total 160.
Oh, we'll take that. Oh, we're cooking.
He's been there a while, but he doesn't play a lot. Anthony Ralston.
Anthony Ralston. There we go. 126.
I'm going to go a bit rogue here. I'm going to go Christopher Aya.
Aya.
Chopping away at it.
Christopher Aya. Why can I not find Christopher Aya?
Norwegian centre-back.
A-J-E-R. That's how you spell it, A-J-E-R.
One more time.
A-J-E-R.
That's why. I was typing Christopher correctly, but not Aya.
Christopher.
So, Christopher Aya, 176, which means...
Whoa!
Oh, you're over. You're over by a long way. Fucking hell.
That is very over.
Right, give me a second.
Oh my god.
Just doing some maths.
I thought he was there shorter time than that.
So, Joel, you have an opportunity to clinch this. You require between 104 and 161 for the win.
You've really fucked me up with how much you've gone over.
I'm a bit annoyed myself. I should have said someone like fucking Berham Kyle or something. Miku. Go Miku. He's a good player. Good player.
How long was he there for? He went to Villa. Because now I've got to go over 104. I was just going to chip away. I'm going to say Stilian Petrov. That might be too many.
All right, so the last throw of the round, Stilian Petrov.
That's not...
311.
That's just awful, man. I've panicked there.
Mate, Jesus.
So your third and final leg for the win. Both choking
How
at
have
home.
we beaten each other at each other's teams? That's
Both
mental.
choking at home. So for the final one, I thought I would go Premier League.
Oh, okay.
And something that might be easy or hard, we're going Liverpool. So all-time appearances for Liverpool.
Oh, okay.
Mayhem to throw first.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Cody Gakpo.
Cody Gakpo. Cody Gakpo for Liverpool has made 129 appearances.
Ooh, okay. I'm going to say Ryan Gravenberch.
Ryan Gravenberch for Liverpool has made 87 total appearances.
Wank.
I mean, he's only been there 2 seasons.
So's Gakpo.
No, Gakpo's been there longer.
I don't know, is he?
I'm gonna go rogue.
Oh no, Gakpo's only been there 2 seasons. Yeah. You're going to go rogue.
It could be over, but this man just always seems to be a great answer in every quiz you ever do. Steve Finnan.
Ooh.
Oh, mate. Ooh.
Ooh. Steve Finnan. Unfortunately, he is over 217.
Right.
145 league appearances, though.
I'm going to go Alvaro Arbeloa.
Arbeloa. Alvaro Arbeloa. 98 all-time appearances.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go Fernando Torres.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. He was injured quite a bit as well.
I've got to stop just typing in the surname. It doesn't like it. Fernando Torres. Career Stats Club. Liverpool. What? Oh, that's why. 142.
Nice. I'm going to go with Yossi Benayoun.
Yeah, good shout.
Yossi Benayoun. He has made for Liverpool 134 total appearances.
Take that.
I'm gonna go for Ryan Babel.
Oh, good one.
I don't know, they went deep in the Champions League a few times with him, didn't they? It feels...
Ryan Babel played 146 total games for Liverpool.
Nice.
Take it.
I'm going to go Martin Skirtle.
Ooh. Skirtle. Martin Skirtle for Liverpool played 320 times.
Wow.
Didn't expect it to be that much.
242 in the league, but 320 total.
Jesus Christ.
All right. 84.
Yeah, you require 84 for the win.
Yeah, so Ryan Gravenberch was in and around that mark. I'm gonna say Alexis McAllister.
That's a good one.
Good shout. Alexis McAllister for Liverpool has made 96 appearances. So the win goes to Joel.
Fucked it. Well, great game.
There we are.
Oh, there he is, Michael Smith. There he is. What a lad. There
What about Didier Agat? How many league appearances did he make?
Didier Agat.
Yeah, how many league appearances?
Didier Agat.
Oh, he says a gat.
Shut up. 122 league appearances, 183 total.
Oh, that was close. Well, Mayhem, you won the first week. You won the first week, which means that you will go head-to-head with Gondor next week. I will be in charge of making the game. Yeah.
And he'll be back in the competitor seat in 2 weeks when I take over the game making again, because I will lose.
Yeah, it'll be the rematch in 2 weeks' time. But that's
we might have to swap up the categories. I can't see Stu pulling out too many Celtic all-time appearances.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, and if he does, Jesus.
If you're willing to give me a little bit of leeway where I'm allowed to have a list of players but not look at any of their stats, then I might be able to. But
that's fair enough.
Outside of like 5 or 6 players, I'm not going to have a clue of any players that even played for Celtic.
No, exactly. But I'll tell you what, that was a lot of fun. But boys, we're going to wrap things up now. Thank you very much for joining me. Good to have you back, Gondor. Mayhem, pleasure to have you as always. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in. If you are new to the Football Podcast, we're available on all audio platforms, including Spotify, Apple, and Audible. If you're watching us over on YouTube, please don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, ring that bell for notifications. Until next time, ladies and gents, I bid you all good night and a star.